Hey guys, it's Richie back again for another quick video on how to remove your AIS, the air injection system, off an MT10. And so instead of just making you a quick video on how to do that when I've already done mine, I wanted to wait until I had this air filter to fit up, and then I'll go that one extra little step more, so it's kind of two videos in one. Okay guys, so the first thing you want to do is you want to remove your seat. I'm going to take the seat off, and then you want to start by removing this panel here. At the front here you've got these two little dark clips. Just get your small screwdriver and press on the center of the clip, and then it should just, it pops inside of itself, releasing the clip, and you can take them out like that. If it's easier guys, you can turn the handlebars, give yourself all the access you need. Two, and you just want to straighten the handlebars up using your thumbs under the back of the panel and remove it as such. Then you using a Allen key, I believe it's 4mm, a 4mm Allen key. Go and remove these side pods. It's the exact same for each side. So you want to start at the top. It's got two black screws in it, or two dark screws I should say. This is the directions to get the fuel tank off. There'll be one screw this side, be careful not to drop anything, and another one on the other side at the back here of the tank. Now taking your screwdriver again, with your screwdriver again, there are two dark clips. Okay guys, these are the small clips that I'm talking about here, and there'll be another one on the underside. On the left side of the bike, and also for the right side of the bike, the clip on the bottom is a pain in the bum to get back in. You will curse, you'll scream, you'll use the Lord's name in vain. So once again, just press the center of the clip, so when they're locked into place, they sit like that. You're just going to press that, which enables you to pull it out. And for the bottom one, you just have to feel around with your fingers, something that feels like a clip. I think I've got it. Yes, a success. Two clips. Okay, and now that you've got those four clips that seem like they came from the devil himself, it's time to remove these panels. So I grab a rag, and just to protect any painted surfaces, you want to throw a rag on there like that. And just working along this top edge, that'll lift out of its clip, and then just run your finger along and pop that out of its clip like that, and that should just sit there like that. I repeat the same for the other side. Just grab another rag. You just want to protect that paint, guys, especially the edges. Okay, we've come to the part where we're going to remove this tank. So, okay, you've got 2 bolts here, 1 bolt here. Now you just want to, at the front, you want to lift your tank, but don't go reefing it out of there because you will break the little fuel connector on the underside. So you just want to lift the fuel tank up and just sit it like that. Simple as that. Now, if our camera can see this, here you've got the power connector for your fuel pump. So you just want to get your hand in there, feel around and remove that. Now on this is the part I was telling you about. If you go trying to reef that fuel tank out of there, you will break that off and you'll be up for a brand new fuel pump. That's not fun at all. So you want to take your little screwdriver and pop it in there like that, and then just turn it. That will pop the clip, and then you can just push that fuel line off there like that. Simple as that. Now at the front of the tank there is a vapor line and a vent line and a drain line. So when you fill your tank up to full, that's where it runs out of. Those 2 lines are run down the left side of the bike. So they're just at the front of the tank here. You just want to lift your tank. You'll feel like they're trying to, if you shoot in there, you can see these lines here. These are your 2 lines. Just take note, the one in the middle has a red tracer, has a little red tracer line on it. You just want to take those lines off there. Just be careful, don't break them or damage them in any way. These clamps are sent to trials. And now that tank is ready to come out of there. Preferably do it with the fuel tank empty, so you're not carrying around 15 litres of fuel like I am. Okay, so now that you've removed your fuel tank, you want to remove this airbox. I'm going to be a bit lazy and use cordless driver. and there is one screw, because it'll feel like it won't come off. Then the little bung there, and then you just put that bung back in there for the time being. The top will come off your airbox, and you have got your airbox looking at you. This is your air cleaner. Your air comes in here, through the filter, down your trumpets. I might add, at this point in time, when you take these off, don't try and open up the throttle bodies. You will break the gears on the small little motors that drive the small little butterflies down in there. Okay, to remove the airbox, quite simple. Got a 10mm bolt at the top here, and then you've got all Allen keys down either side of the intake there. I believe it's a 5mm. I could be wrong. No, it's a 5mm. You just want to get in there. Now, guys, these will be tight, so you can just use a spanner on them just to break the seal, so to speak. With all these removed, you've got one little hose clamp here at the back. Pop him off, and Bob is your uncle. Now, when you first remove this for the first time, your AIS hose will be on the underside here, so that's going to want to come up. Just use your pliers, take the clamp off it, and disconnect the hose. And then you've got your individual throttle bodies. Before you put this back on, make sure you check that there is nothing that has fallen down in there. And if it has, you need to remove it. Probably advisable to have compressed air on hand, so you can clean it all out to ensure that there is no dirt down there. Okay, so once you remove all of the lower part of the airbox, this is what you'll be seeing. We want to remove this little air scoop here via this 8mm bolt. So we'll go in there, give that a crack. Careful not to drop it. Now this is going to have a air intake air sensor. I think that must be for your ambient air temperature, because it's got a little bit of hose here. There's a little bit of a breather for it. So we'll just unclip that and take it away. Okay, now assuming that you bought your block off plates off eBay, the Smart Moto ones are the ones that I have fitted. Companies also, like Graves, they also do them as well. They'll send you this small little plug, which I have already fitted up here. I'll just take it out just to show you what it looks like. But this is where the wiring harness for your AIS goes. See if we can get that out of there for you. Proving to be quite elusive. Okay. It'll look like that. That is the plug you want to go for. The AIS will be plugged into that. You just want to take a little blinking harness, plug it in there like that, and that way you can remove the AIS. You don't need to have your bike flashed or anything like that. Install that and you won't get any fault codes. Okay, so when you remove all that, your bike will look very similar to this. Thankfully, I've already removed mine, but you'll see these hoses come around and they'll have 2 bolts in them, which are 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's your block off plate there. On the underside it has a O-ring or a seal. Ensure that they are on the head side of the basically just make sure that when you remove it the seal isn't here and it's intact and it's in its little runner inside there. Bolt your plates down and nip them up firm. You don't want to be swinging off them. Just nip them up and that should be plenty tight. Okay, so by this stage you should have these plates bolted up. I do believe the Allen key is maybe a 5 or a 6mm Allen key. No, that's a 5. Six is too big, that's a 5. So 5mm Allen key, and you just want to go and nip them up. See, so these are still, I'll just give them another little nip now that it's all off. Yep, okay, so that's all tight. The putting it back together is basically the complete reversal of how we took it apart, believe it or not. So once you fitted those up, you can go and give this a wipe out like I have, and that'll sit back in there. Connect up your harness, it sits back in there as per se. A little lip will sit inside the frame of the bike. Put your bolt in, take it down. Okay, you want to make sure that little harness is plugged in, and you're pretty much good to go. Some air. Airbox. Put this little snorkel here in first, so it goes in like that. Try and line it up, just give it a wriggle, it'll locate, and start by putting this hose on the back here. Make sure all those are down, put that bolt back in the top if you wish. Okay, now go around, just nip all these down first. Okay, that's all tightened. The part I've been looking forward to since I saw that big K&N box sitting at the front of my place on mail day is the fitment of K&N air filter. Yep, so on the underside it will have these 3 little clips. They fit into the original clip holes inside the top of the airbox, like that. So that helps locating the filter. Flip him over. And fit him back up. Hey guys, I almost forgot. When you remove the airbox at first, in the small little kit that you get with the block-off plates, there'll be a hose blocker. It goes on the underside of this fitting here, or otherwise your bike will be sucking unfiltered air, and it goes on this part where you remove the hose from the airbox for the AIS, so that just blocks that. So then the only air coming into the airbox comes in through your air filter. We're now going to refit the airbox lid, and we'll go from there. Okay, so just run back around your airbox. A K&N sticker, and fit him up to the airbox. Find a spot. Put him on a bit straight. Sensational. Okay, now we're just going to fit up that fuel tank. Okay, so this line here comes off your charcoal canister, and it'll go on the line in the middle of the tank. Just put that little clamp up there, and this one here goes on the outside. You'll have to get the tank a bit lower, or just pull the line up. It runs down near the gear shifter. Just pull up a little bit more if you need it. Put that little clamp on there, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, we're going to connect our power. So just connect that power up. This line here has to push on, so you'll feel it push on where it seats all the way up here, and then this little lock here will go around the back side of this, so it'll sit on there, and then it goes, and then just see if you can pull it off. If it doesn't pull off, then it's on properly. If you don't push this on properly, it'll spray all under here with fuel as soon as you switch it on. Now, I just dropped your tank in. Be careful not to break anything. You just want to line all these bolts up now. So we'll lift that up there. Get it to sit through there. Get that on. Now the tank will have to be lifted up a bit, and you'll feel it locate in that bolt, like such, just so that the tank isn't resting on the airbox, obviously. Same for the other side. Get a little bit of pressure. Again, you don't want to swing off the spanner. And next we want to fit up these side pieces. But first things first, just get a cloth or your favourite polishing rag and just wipe any fingerprints off your tank. For me, I only use, ever use Bowden's Own, so I've got one of their polishing cloths. Just go wipe any fingerprints that may have occurred whilst handling the tank. Hang a cloth up there because we will need it again. Then you want to take this panel. Now it's got 2 locating clips, 1 purple clip under here and 1 large clip here. This one goes in here, this one goes in here. So we just want to kind of line them up. Get that first one in, get the second one in, make sure it all lines up the top here and here. And we want to go and do the other for the other side. Just line it up. It all pushes in. Make sure all of this here all lines up. Then you want to go and put your bike back together. Starting at the top, 2 dark bolts. Slip that in there. Just go and drop these bolts in. Look, I have a little friend here. A little green bug. Okay, that's plenty. You want to go and fit these. Want to fit it up like that first. And play around with it a bit. There we go. First side in. I'll do this side. A date with these four mongrel clips. Allow yourself a bit of extra time for these guys because sometimes they're easy, other times they're hard. I found the easiest way is to give yourself as much room as possible. They have to be reset like this, and then once you push in this part here, you can then push that down there, and that's what opens this up, and that's how they lock. Okay, so first clip is in the first hole. Bit of playing around with it. Okay. And now that's in. The second one, this one is an absolute pain in the bum because you got a wiring harness. After you've battled with this left side a lower clip, put in the clips on the right side. I promise you the one at the bottom lower is the worst because you've got the bulk of the wiring harness there, unfortunately. So that's why it's so painful. You can't see it, you've just got to do it by feel. So the next part is this small little fill-in panel. It just sits in there and it'll locate all the way around. Then 2 more of these little clips go in the front. And you got another one. If it's easier, we'll just turn the handlebar. Get him in there. And until it goes click. And that, friends, is how you fit the AIS plates to your MT10. Just want to give a quick thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all my current subscribers, all my new subscribers. If you have found this to be helpful, insightful, give me a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll do another short video on my MT10 shortly. I'm coming up to 3,000 Ks, and I've got a couple of other little goodies that are planned for the bike, which I want to go through with you, and so I will see you guys then. Thank you.